Alrighty, dude. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're gonna dash in Highlands.
Until 1:30.
And I think I have a good topic to talk about.
Which is?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Elvis, you are not loved.
No, I'm not. But we'll be talking about him. Well, we got a dash already, Chick-fil-A. That means David is not there. So we better drive, baby. Drive. Run, baby, run. Wow, look at that lake there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice apartment or housing or something. We'll see. Run, baby, run. All right, baby.
All right, cameraman.
Where were you at when Elvis Presley died?
I was home with my mom. I was a little girl.
Where?
Michigan. Michigan.
Michigan?
Mm-hmm. He died in 1977.
Did you ever follow him before that, or you just heard of his death, then you...
No, my mom's
Then you knew
a
about him.
huge Elvis fan. I am too. I love Elvis.
Did you cry?
I was 7 years old.
Oh, okay. So you did.
What part of that didn't you get the first time?
I'm just asking a question because when
I probably cried because I seen my mama crying.
Okay, well, because I've never heard of Elvis until
What?
he died. And there was this Italian family, and I'll never forget. I went to my neighbor's house to see he wanted to play, and he opened up the door, and he was like, "It's not a good time right now." And I'm thinking like, okay, because Elvis died, and I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I thought maybe Elvis was his family member. So I said, okay. So then, you know, of course you wait the next day and stuff, and you go back over, and you'd be like, hey, you know, you want to come out and play? So then well, let me see if I can make a left. So then he wouldn't even let me in the house the first day because, you know, Elvis had died. So then the next day he was like, you know, you can come on in, but it's kind of like you have to be quiet. So, because they were watching the TV, the news and everything and stuff, and it was like, even when the funeral and I mean, that house, everybody in that house, I think they had like the mother, the father. I mean, the mother didn't even speak English; she was just straight up Italian. But the sisters, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the grandpa, and then they had 2 youngins. But it was at least 7 people that were crying, and I couldn't figure out what the hell. Like I said, I thought it was a family member. I just straight up thought that, you know. And then they're watching the news and everything, and then it wasn't until, you know, maybe a week or 2 after, then that's when I was starting to learn about Elvis. Like, you know, I mean, hell, my mother was an Elvis fan, but she didn't cry. We didn't watch TV to watch the funeral. Like, it was sacred. Like, that week there,
For a lot of people, he was.
You couldn't.
It still is.
I'm just saying, you couldn't go over their house. It was really weird. Like, you know, there was no laughing or anything. They were glued to the TV and stuff. But that's how I remember the first time that I've learned about Elvis.
Well, when Elvis came to Michigan just before his death, my father was working at the airport Romulus, or the International Airport in Michigan for Detroit. He actually cleaned Elvis's plane, met Elvis. Elvis gave him a baby blanket. Okay? So, and then my dad brought that home and gave it to my mom. My mom had that thing for the longest time. She just absolutely loves Elvis, even to this day. I do too.
Does she still have it?
No.
No.
Between all the moving we did, it got damp, and Mom tried to save it, and it kind of fell apart. But it had TBC on it, taking care of business. So, but yeah, my dad and
you mean TCB?
They are TCB. But the crew that went in and actually cleaned his plane sat there. They drank with him, had a good old time. My dad's like, you could have ate off the floors. That plane was so clean, but they were told to get in there and clean. And so that's what they did. And he was in the back, and he come out and asked everybody how they were doing. And my dad said he was a really down-to-earth person. And my mom just loves him. So, and I've always loved Elvis. I love his gospel albums.
So your mom would have cheated on your dad with Elvis?
In a heartbeat.
Nasty.
I think any woman in that era would have. I don't give a damn who you were. That was the bomb.com right there.
But how I came across this Elvis topic, because you know sometimes when you're watching stuff on YouTube, weird things pop up.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy, and he found Elvis's ambulance that he was in on his death.
Yeah.
And this ambulance was like in the woods. Somebody had bought it. Someone that worked for the either police department or something, they kept on track of that ambulance. Because you gotta remember, that ambulance is an ambulance. It doesn't matter who dies. It's still gonna continue working.
Oh yeah.
Somehow they continued to track it and everything. And some guy got it. He bought it and stuff. And even in the paperwork, because this guy that found it, that the wife had it and the husband passed away, you know, whether the husband was gonna do something with it or what, he never got around. He passed away. And then, of course, the wife just let it sit out there because she didn't know. She knew she had the Elvis thing. So this guy, he purchased it from her because, you know, what is she gonna do?
Right.
You know, now she's got an Elvis thing and all this other stuff that this guy had. It's like when when someone passes away, I bet you her kids or someone in that family probably saying, "You stupid idiot."
Yeah.
But anyway, this guy purchased it. He had it. He authenticated it and everything before he purchased it.
Well, that's a smart move.
It is the Elvis thing. So he has some kind of, he bought a building where he goes around and he finds true artifacts of Elvis. And that's what he's putting it. But he's not painting it or nothing. He pulled it out. He cleaned it, like washed it outside because it had a lot of thing on it. And then there was another person that even authenticated even more, because not only the paperwork says that this is the Elvis Presley ambulance, inside the door were numbers to authenticate each vehicle from another. And it's all, but he has the Elvis Presley ambulance that Elvis Presley was in. And I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah.
Yeah, that's like my mom. She wants to go to Tupelo, Mississippi to see the house where he was born in and grew up in. And then she wants to go to Graceland because she's never got to go to Graceland.
Yeah, I'll talk more about that because that's how because then my parents, they liked Elvis. But like I said, not like my neighbors. My neighbors, I swear to God, it was like there was a death in the family with the day that he died.
Well, for some people, it was like the Pope died.
But let us know, guys, where were you when you found out, or how you found out about Elvis.
Yeah.
But right now, let's dash. Run, baby, run! Run, baby, run! Someone from Cold Stone wants Wawa. Alrighty. So anyway, so as the time goes by, and I noticed like the Inquiry had a picture of Elvis in his casket, which everyone knows that was a fake photo. And then I was hearing rumors how they were trying to steal his rings off his hands and everything. So it wasn't until after he was moved to Graceland, that's when we went there. And we used to go there. We went there, like my parents took us a couple of times and stuff to it, to Graceland. So I've been to Graceland. I've been to the inside on the bottom, the tour, and then I've seen his where he was buried, and the mother's buried there. Yeah. The father's buried there. I think now the grandson's buried there, and they have a little memorial for the twin brother. Because the story was that they couldn't get the twin brother because he was buried in a shoebox. So wherever he's at, he'll never be removed. But yeah, we used to go to Graceland. I've never been.
Yeah.
I don't know, like now compared to back then, going into Graceland, but it wasn't as busy. Like the photos or the videos I've seen today of Graceland, it's like they graffitied the wall, people writing on it, and it's crowded. But I know when we went there, it wasn't that crowded. I mean, it was the crowd for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever year we went, it was that type of crowd. Now, it's probably, who knows? And I think we went to a museum too as well. There was a museum there where I think supposedly his pink Cadillac was there and everything. But that hot dog place we went to, Coney Island, the one in Brooksville.
Yeah.
That's the one that Elvis ate at. We never went to that one. We went to their sister.
One in Zephyrhills.
Right, but one day we're going to go there. And because Elvis used to make a lot of movies here in Florida. And it was between the Ocala and Brooksville area. And one day we're going to go to where he ate at. And then there's the bridge where one of the movies he made. Supposedly there's a plaque and everything saying that, showing you the different locations of where Elvis made. I can't remember what movie it was, but it was a movie that he had made there anyway. But yeah, Elvis used to hang out in Florida a lot, making movies.
Yeah, then after a while he hated making movies.
Did he?
Yeah. He wanted to get back into his singing. And everyone blamed that on the Colonel.
His manager?
Yep.
I think we met the Colonel. I think I have a picture of myself with the Colonel.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's the Colonel. Because his father died right after him, like weeks after or a month after or something. So yeah, then it was with the Colonel that I have a picture me standing next to him and stuff.
But yeah, after a while he got to where he hated doing the movies. So even Priscilla said that. And they kind of think that was, or rumor has it, that's part of his like spiraling downward to where his depression. So, but who knows?
No, we'll never know.
And you know, when you're a twin, when you don't have that other twin, whether you've lost your other half right after birth or whatever, there's always a bond. But when you lose that twin, there's something always missing inside you. Okay, my dad went through that, and my my daughter now goes through that. So there's something with twins that when one of them passes, whether it's prematurely or just of old age, there's something that's like you feel hollow. There's an empty spot that you just can't feel. So, I mean, maybe that was part of his depression too. Who knows?
But yeah, we used to go there. I don't want to say a lot, but we went there a few times and stuff, and that was pretty neat experience. So if anyone out there has been there, let us know, like when the last time you were there.
And how was it like?
Yeah.
Or what was it like?
Because you got to remember, today's prices, it's probably going to be outrageous to get in there. You know what I mean? Unless you're a die-hard Elvis. It's like a lottery ticket person that buys lottery tickets every day. They don't care what like they buy 100 tickets a day, regardless if they're losing.
I think when Mom priced them this year to go up, hopefully to see our family up in Michigan, on the way back she wanted to stop, and I think she priced them at $40 a person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I mean,
so that's 80, and then with the COVID, you don't even know if you can get inside the house.
Right.
It still might be. See, then I got inside the house, the bottom part, because the upstairs is closed. I don't care what anyone sees on YouTube or the thing. There is no one has never been upstairs. I've seen videos where people do like a virtually like what they imagine. No.
Right.
You ain't going upstairs. Upstairs is sealed because that was their private area. Well, not just that. Elvis would never let anyone upstairs in his house.
Right.
And it didn't matter who you were.
Right.
I don't even think the Colonel probably never, other than when he passed away, but nobody was ever allowed upstairs into his house.
That was the sacred part of
that was his sacred, right. He had that there.
Yeah.
But we did go to an Orlando house that was a replica
of Elvis,
but not the pool. The pool's different.
Yeah.
But
the outside of the house
is a replica of Elvis. So if you check out our videos, you'll see it there. But yeah, one day we're definitely going to go to
yeah, because my mom texted me and said, why didn't you tell me you were going? Mom, I'm here. No, you're in Graceland. No, Mom, I'm in Florida.
Yeah, because we put out the pictures and a lot of people thought we were in Graceland.
And thought we were in Tennessee.
Like, I'm sorry, like me personally, I wouldn't spend $40 a person to go inside that property. That's a lot of money, but die-hard Elvis fans would.
Yeah.
I'd walk in front of the gate and everything, but like I said, you really, I mean, I understand inflation and everything, but shit, you're only showing property.
Right.
How the hell's property price going to increase? Or
taxes go up. Gotta pay the taxes on the land.
Yeah, but still, you're talking about the Presley. They're not broke, because that's the daughter and the mother.
Right.
Yeah, they're not broke. That's chump change to them. All right, slow day for today.
I'm saying.
For Saturday. Maybe we could think of some more memories. But right now, we gotta try to find a dash. All right, baby, we called it quits after a couple hours.
Yeah.
Only $12 to be had. But anyone got any good Elvis stories, let us know.
Yeah, put them in the comment box.
This Saturday just happens to be dead.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dead and slow. But we got a lot of days next week.
Yep. So until then, everybody, stay safe and see ya.